slime bag! What's your problem, bro? We're trying to have a good time. Nope. Who the hell are you? What the hell? To the circus.
What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. We're here for the good reels, so you don't have to. It's your boy Brad, the Brett Man's right over there. 2022 has come and gone. It is time to kick off 2023. So first off, Happy New Year from us at Good Real Hunting. But we're here today to give you our top 10 anticipated movies of the year 2023. There's a lot of good stuff coming out this year, and we're going to just scratch the surface of a few of those things today, man. It's going to be a great list, tough list to make, but it's going to be great, and we're going to get pumped about talking to some of these flicks.
Dude, this is going to be a very interesting year of 2023 because 2022 has set a high bar after the year that it's at. So I'm wondering how 2023 is going to respond. But you're right, Brad. We're going to get pumped. We're going to be ready because mainly we're going to pump you up. And before we pump you up with these anticipated 2023 movies, and this is just not only for horror, but this is for everything in 2023. But before we do that, let's pull up our Patreon card real quick. These are our real hunters. They are the backbone of this channel, and they make the channel run, and we appreciate all the love and support from our Patreons and our real hunters. So if you want to be a patron, if you want to be a real hunter, the Patreon link is in the description down below. Sorry, I got excited there for a second. It's in the description down below, so you click on it, and you join the Real Hunter family so you could be a real hunter today.
Yes, and of course, if you can't be on Patreon, that's fine too. We appreciate all the support any way you can get. As always, like this video, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, comment, share. All this good stuff helps us out quite a bit, and all that stuff is it's quick and free and easy, man. So just help us out that way as we're on our quest to 1,000 subscribers, man. But
just like our old buddy saying from high school used to say, it's just a click of a button, and also a click of a button. What are some of your anticipated 2023 movies? Let us know in that comment section down below, because trust me, we are going to possibly forget an obvious one, and we can use your help just to jog the good old memory. So without further ado, Brad, do you have any honorable mentions?
I do, man. I'll just a heads up to everybody, man. This list is almost full of sequels and stuff related to other franchises, because it's hard to say. It's hard to know what the good originals are going to be until you see trailers and stuff like that. So, so I want to kick things off with Saw 10, and I'm really not. I would say I don't know how excited I am for this movie, because I feel like they don't really have a direction for the franchise at this point. They're going all over the place ever since Saw 7 came out. They came out and they did they did Jigsaw, which was and they did Spiral, which I kind of like, but now they're kind of putting Spiral in the back burner, or they're starting over again, giving us kind of like a prequel almost between Saw, I think 2 and 3, or between 1 and 2 or something like that. But I think Amanda's coming back, Tobin Bell's coming back, so that is kind of exciting. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with it. My other honorable mention here, it's going to be Infinity Pool, coming from Brandon Cronenberg, the son of our boy from last year's movie, Crimes of the Future. But this movie looks good, man. It's got Mia Goth in it, actually, and she looks really good in the trailer. Again, just another role for her, so I think that's going to be exciting. But it looks like it's going to be some nice. It's got Alexander Skarsgård as well. Basically about going to some futuristic kind of beach deal, and shit hits the fan. He gets sent off to a death sentence, but he's sent, like, it's kind of it's classic Cronenberg stuff, but this actually looks really cool. Watched the trailer today. I thought it was going to be something that could be really good in 2023.
Alrighty, and do appreciate you bringing up Saul, because I did not put that in my anticipated list. I have no expectations for it, really, because I feel like a bunch of seals say, hey, make a plot for Saul 10 and we'll approve it. And the seals were like, right. or. And whatever seals do, or whatever sounds they make, but I'm not a seal expert, so we're going to move on with that. And another one, just to let you know real quick, I did not put The Exorcist on this, just because for the fact I have no expectations of David Gordon Green ruining another popular horror franchise. So just want to throw my 2 cents on that real quick.
And good point. And also, just a quick shout out as well. We're gonna kind of run through these top 10, but we're gonna go deep in some of the horror flicks, the 2023 horror flicks, on the first episode of Scream Warriors this month. So, so just be on the lookout for that. That's coming in just a couple weeks or whatever. So we're really gonna talk horror in that video. But anyway,
yeah,
Greg,
we're not gonna. Yeah, we won't go into detail with the horror ones, but for the non-horror ones, we're gonna go freaking deep into it. So let me get my honorable mentions out of the way. My first one, it's the Ghostbusters sequel called Firehouse. I believe that's the title. Like, at least that's what I see on Letterboxd right now. It's anticipated for a 2023 release. This is the sequel for Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I thought was an absolutely fantastic movie. And not only that, just a way to bring the Ghostbusters franchise back into the fold in the modern times. And I'm interested just to see what they do next. That's why I'm giving an honorable mention. And my other honorable mention, boy, Brad, hopefully this is in your top 10. I just can't put it in my top 10. That's freaking Cocaine Bear. Our freaking lovely Smokey the Bear just freaking does crack, man. And just seeing the trailer off it just looks stupid fun. And I love stupid fun movies. A bear doing cocaine. What could be more stupider than that? Jolly good time. I cannot wait to see this movie.
I'll be honest with you, it's not in my top 10. I am looking forward to it. It does look like it's gonna be a fun time. The CGI is atrocious. But I think when I look at this trailer, I think that's going to be one of those movies where I think all the funniest bits are going to be in the trailer. And when you're watching it, it's just going to be a lot of filler in between. I could be totally wrong. It could be full nonstop good times, but the trailer was a blast. I am definitely looking forward to it. It just didn't make my list either. But
okay,
I'll get rolling.
So let's go to your top 10, man.
Dude, this is one I just heard of when I was looking at this the list online, and I watched the trailer for it. It's called 65. It's got Adam Driver in it. It's written by the people who brought us Quiet Place 1 and 2, I believe. So they got they're good with those creatures and shit. But it's about Adam Driver's character. He's traveling through space. He's got some passengers on board. He crash lands on this remote fucking planet, and it winds up actually being. I guess he crosses some time continuum or something, and he's actually on Earth 65 million years ago. And there's dinosaurs and shit, and he's got to duke it out with these dinosaurs. Like the trailer looks really cool. It's a kind of a classical to sci-fi Jurassic Park kind of deal, but I actually think it looks a lot better than the last couple Jurassic Park movies. So I think it's going to be cool and original. So check it out. If you haven't seen the trailer, give it a whirl. It's called 65, and I love Adam Driver too. So I'm really excited about it.
Please tell me that his big line in that movie is going to be, "Get your damn hands off me, you damn dirty dinosaurs." Because, no, dude, that sounds exactly like freaking Planet of the Apes, but it's called Planet of the Dinosaurs.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's cool. His line of the movie is "good soup," but that's about it.
Oh, God. Well, I'm going to take your word for it. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be on Netflix, from what I understood, too. I think it is. Cool. I could be totally wrong. I think I could be totally wrong on that, but so let's see here. My number 10. Ooh, this movie is going to be releasing on my birthday freaking week, and I trained this like a big ass birthday movie, and that's going to be Evil Dead Rises. This is the 5th installment of the Evil Dead franchise, and I'm just telling you, the Evil Dead franchise is one of those horror franchises. There is not one bad movie or one bad thing you can honestly say about any of the 4 movies they've released. That I'm easy. And plus, what makes me more interested in this movie is just the whole like new setting, 2 female leads. We're gonna go different on this, and that's all I'll just say for right now. Because again, it is horror. We're trying to tone it down and wait for the Screen Warriors episode for it. So my number 10 is Evil Dead Rises.
Hell yeah, dude. Stoked for that, man. Number 9 for me, man. It's really just here as a formality almost. That's Indiana Jones 5. I feel like I got to be somewhat excited about it, but I'm really not a huge indie guy. I do like the original 3 movies. I thought the 4th one wasn't very good at all. But I love Harrison Ford, and I'm excited to see him come back. Yeah, he's a little old. He killed it in Force Awakens. I know that's been 7 years, believe it or not, but I'm really excited to see what he does with this character. One last ride. I think the trailer looked pretty good. I don't know if it'll be in my top 10 at the end of the year or not, but I am looking forward to at least seeing what they do with it. And, there's a lot of de-aging and stuff like that too, from what we saw in the trailer. And that's going to be kind of cool to see Harrison Ford back in his prime, at least visually. So that'll be cool, man. Looking forward to seeing what they do. It's here at number 9.
Man, and I don't have that in my top 10 just because I have no high anticipation for it. I just feel like it's going to be on the same level as Indiana Jones 4. Again, I could be wrong by the end of the year, so we'll find out just to see, one last ride for Indiana Jones. So we'll see how that goes. My number 9, let's get a little Rocky action in. I'm just kidding. It's not Rocky. It's our other boy Creed and Creed 3 at my number 9. Dude, I'm looking forward to this just to see if they can pull off another successful trilogy. And I really honestly think it can. Like the first 2 Creed movies have been phenomenal. And to me, this movie has it's just for me, I think it's going to be phenomenal too. It could be weaker of the other 2 movies, which I kind of anticipate that, but it's still going to be a damn good movie. My only concern is I don't believe Rocky is going to be in the 3rd one, so that is concerning. But I think Adonis Creed has already proven already as the character alone is enough to be interested in this movie. So my number 9 is Creed 3.
That's a great pick, my man. Great pick. All right, moving on to number 8. It's going to be Evil Dead Rise. It's one you just talked about. This is one that I actually keep getting more and more excited about. When they first announced it, I was like, it sucks. That's going to go straight to HBO. It's not going to be good. All that stuff was kind of crossed my mind. Sam Raimi was involved, but he found another director to do it. No, this is actually getting more and more exciting. It keeps picking up more and more steam. They've released pictures. It looks cool as fuck. There's boomsticks there. They decided to go theatrical, which tells me that they're actually really happy with this product, I think. And Bruce Campbell's been all about it ever since they announced it. He's been heavily involved. He's not going to be in it. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a cameo, but he's not, resuming the role of Ash per se. But he has been very supportive of the role, and as Sam Raimi. So I thought that's really cool. Lee Cronin, I think, is the director's name.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know much about him, but I think, I think he's in good hands working with Sam and Bruce. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And like you said, the new setting with the skyscraper stuff, the city stuff, that's going to be a lot of fun, man. And really looking forward to that. This one keeps moving up for me.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. You know what? It might keep moving up for me too once we can finally get a trailer for it. But until I see a trailer, number 10 is just fine with me. My number 8, I heard you mention Prime earlier. Are you talking about Optimus Prime?
Don't tell me you have a Transformers movie on your list.
Of course I have Transformers movie. Number 8 for me is Transformers Rise of the Beast. Dude, you know I gotta be excited for this because I'm a big, what we call Beast Wars fan, like the animated series with Transformers, but with
Sure.
the gorilla, the dinosaur, the Cheetor, and Rat Trap, and all those cool guys. And just to see them to include the animal side of Transformers, I think it's going to be really damn exciting. And plus, I feel like they're also going to you already know what you're kind of expecting with Transformers movies anyway. So get out of town, bro. You know what you always expect from a Transformers movie. But we're adding the Beast in there now. That's highly anticipated for me. And plus, that first trailer did look really damn solid. So my number 8 is Transformers.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. If you're into that, the classic stuff, I could see why you get excited. And this is the first one without Michael Bay directing in it, right?
I am pretty sure. I think that's why I'm highly anticipated for this one too, just to see which direction they go with it.
Yeah, it could be good as a mofo, man. All right, number 7 for me. I wanted to put this a little bit higher, but this top 5 is going to be really good, guys. Number 7 for me is Insidious 5. And the reason I thought 4 sucked ass, this was actually on my list last year, but it got postponed. And there was actually like 3 other movies on my list last year that I'm still really looking forward to, but I left them off because I haven't heard anything else, and I don't want to get another list of the same movies just for them not to come out. But this one is number 7 because I'm really excited about Patrick Wilson coming in and directing this, given his directorial debut. Rose Byrne's coming back. I think getting classic Lambert family here coming back to the franchise, I think could be really cool. So I think this has a potential being one of the best horror movies of the year, depending on how Patrick Wilson directs and whatnot. 4 sucked ass.
Even if he's allowed to direct, that's my big worry. That's why it's not even in my top 10 or honorable mentions, because I am worried, are they going to let him direct?
Yeah, I think they will. I mean, 4 sucked ass. The lost key with the fingers, finger and necks and stuff like that. That was weird. But yeah, I'm looking forward to taking this back to the original roots kind of the franchise and seeing what Patrick Wilson can do. So yeah, number 7 for me.
Alrighty, let's freaking what is freaking Nintendo up to over there in their little studio hut? Oh, that's right. Number 7 to me. It's me, Mario, Super Mario. Mario Brothers is what they're calling it at my number 7. Dude, first off, the animations of this looks absolutely fantastic, and I think they got a lot of great voice actors being a part of this movie. Which I do have concerns with Chris Pine being in Mario, but we have Mario, we have Bowser,
Pratt.
we
It's
have
Chris Pratt.
Peach. Chris Pratt. Who do I say? Oh, Chris Pine. Yeah, dadgummit. Chris Pratt is going to be the voice of Mario. I am concerned with that. But we freaking get Donkey Kong in this too, which that kind of throws a little foreshadowing, maybe a Donkey Kong movie in the future. Man, I'm just excited for this. Again, this comes out in April, my birthday month. I'll treat it like a whole big birthday special. So my number 7 is Mario Brothers.
Dude, I'm actually not. I was actually considering putting that on my list too because the trailer looked kind of cool, and I've been on a Mario kick ever since I got a Switch. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters or not, but if it comes out on streaming, I'll probably catch it. And because who's Peach again? Peach was somebody we like a
Anya
lot.
Taylor Joy.
Yes, that's right. And obviously Charlie Day is Luigi, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, the the Mario voice kind of freaked me out in the trailer though. Number 6 for me is Scream 6. Man, this one I'm actually more excited for this one than I was Scream 5 because I'm really excited to see what they do in the New York setting. It feels like they're finally doing something different with it. They're doing. They're I as much as I love Sidney Prescott, it feels nice that they're moving on. They're doing some new things. They're doing some fresh things. And it could be the most unique movie in the franchise so far because up to this point, they've all kind of been very similar. Same characters, same shit going down. This time finally feels like something different. So I'm excited about it. The trailer looked cool. And yeah, man, I think we're going to get a redemption story of a slasher going to Manhattan and slaying some fools. So I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, the new cast member, Samara Weaving, and what's her name coming back? Your girl Kirby coming
Hayden.
back.
I could never pronounce her last name, but it's our girl Kirby. Let's just put it at that.
Yeah, so that's exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it.
Man, and you intentionally put Scream 6 at 6, you dirty dog, you. You think I'm the only one that plays pun games around here because, we ain't no punning games. No, I'm just kidding. I totally am. So let's go to freaking number 6. This is going to be my first Marvel entry on here, and that's going to be Ant-Man Quantumania. Again, the first trailer we saw of this looks absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait to see this in IMAX. And plus, this movie is very important in the MCU because this kickstarts Phase 5, and Phase 5 is supposed to be a big building step for what they're building up to with the whole Kong Dynasty and the Secret Wars for both of those Avengers movies. This movie is very important. So if this movie fails, which I don't think it will, I think this is actually going to be the best Ant-Man of the 3 Ant movies we have to date. That's how high I'm anticipating how good this movie is going to be. So my number 6 is Ant-Man Quantumania.
Dude, I do think that's going to be fun. I didn't have any Marvel movies on this list. I thought about putting Guardians on here.
I don't blame you,
but I'm just not excited about any of them anymore. But I am. I do think Guardians and Ant-Man will probably be better than the things we got this year. Okay, so number 5 for me, man. This is one, man. It was on my list last year. It's here. It's back. It's better than ever. It's John Wick 4. Stoked as a mofo to see Keanu Reeves taking the role of John Wick again. This is coming out in March. And yeah, man, the third one I think was probably the weakest of the 3, but it's still badass. You're getting these badass action sequences, so I'm really looking forward to see where they go with it. And yeah, I think it's going to be just as good. I think it's going to fit in with those other 3 because all 3 of them are really still solid action flicks. So really, really pumped for that, man. Really, really pumped.
Dude, do you know how pumped I am? Let's freaking carry that momentum train at my number 5. It's also John Wick 4. Again, we both had this in our anticipated list of 2022, but unfortunately, the Global Bastard changed plans on that. But I think we finally had, or freaking John Wick, or AKA the Boogeyman, ran into an altercation with the Global Bastard, and the Global Bastard cowered like a little bitch and went away. So, John Wick 4, I'm super excited to see what Keanu Reeves does with the character next. Brad said, the third one was a little disappointing. Like, not all bad. It was still a good movie, but definitely the weak of the three. It's just to see how they recover from that to make 4 a very good movie. I'm so excited to see it. So my number 5 is John Wick 4.
Yeah, that's what John Wick always says after he fell off that roof. Yeah.
I'm thinking
All right.
I'm back.
Number 4, man, Maxine. Man, I'm really stoked for this one to come out. I think this trilogy that Ty West has put together, this is obviously the sequel to X, whereas Pearl was the prequel. This is the sequel coming out this year. Ty West has created something really, really special in these first 2 movies, and I'm really hoping they can stick the landing for a perfect trilogy with this movie. And I have no reason to believe it's not going to be. To see Maxine's character explored, it's perfect balance, really, because X comes out first, then we go back and explore Pearl's character in Pearl, and now we're going to get to explore Maxine after the fact. I think it's a really cool way of doing it, coming out in that order and stuff. I think it's going to be really cool. And yeah, she really was an awesome character last year, man. So to see her get her own movie is going to be a lot of fun, to see what she's doing, to see what kind of comparables she's going to have with Pearl as well, from different sides of the spectrum. Really, really looking forward to it, man. We don't know too much about it yet. We just saw a little teaser, really, but really looking forward to seeing more about this and full trailer and all this stuff coming out. So yeah, I have no reason to believe it's not going to be good.
Man, I'm glad you mentioned it because I did a major epic fail starting 2023, so that's not good for me. I totally forgot to put Maxine on my list, so I appreciate you. I know.
The grabber
shame
gonna
on
get
me.
your ass.
I know, shame on me, but guys, don't worry about it. I'm super, super high on Maxine just to see how all this whole X trilogy is going to end, especially with the 80s setting with the music. So make that a extremely high honorable mention for me, and I do apologize. And I will not fail you for the rest of 2023. But my number 4 is going to be, if y'all choose to accept this mission, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Part 1 is what got me interested in this. Like, how are they going to split it up into these 2 parts? And how are they just going to finish this story of Tom Cruise and our boy in Mission Impossible? Because I believe, Brad, the last one was like the best action movie we've ever seen of all time, or of all time for me, with Henry Cavill in it. Is that correct? Is that the right John Wick, Mission Impossible movie?
Yeah, that's the last one that came out, was Fallout.
Yeah, I think that's the best action movie of all time.
Yeah, it was great, man. That shit was fire.
Dude, it was so fire. So I'm waiting to see how in the world what they can do next to make it freaking better. So my number 4 is Mission Impossible. It should be Maxine, damn it, but I'm going to stick to my guns on my list. So my number 4 is Mission Impossible.
Hey, good pick, man. Number 3, we're gonna keep this train rolling with Creed 3. Dude, I'm a huge fan of the first 2 Creed movies. I thought the first one is honestly one of the best movies in the whole Rocky franchise. Second one wasn't quite as good, but it was still very solid. It was still badass. Had some great fights in there. Drago's son coming in. So this one, from the trailer, I watched the trailer once. I don't know if I'm going to watch it again because I kind of want to just forget everything I saw and go in kind of blind, because it did show a lot in the trailer. But I'm really interested in it because this actually seems like a different kind of boxing Rocky style movie that we've seen at any point in this franchise. So I'm really excited to see what they do with it. I was worried they were going to do Clubber Lang's son or something silly, but no, we're gonna give our new character Creed some fresh legs, some new legs, let him do his own thing and fight a new character, a new story, a whole setup. Because I was worried at 2. I was like, how are you gonna build on 2? How are you gonna do anything beyond 2? Because 2, he accomplished everything he set out to do. He won the championship. He beat Drago's son. What else are you gonna do with this character? This looks interesting. Let's put some drama in his life. Let's make some things happen that way. So I'm looking forward to it. But what I'm also really excited about is that Michael B. Jordan himself is directing this thing. So and I think that's going to be his directorial debut. I think Ryan Coogler is he's still involved in helping him out. So that's good too, because I think he's one of the better directors working today. So really looking forward to seeing what he does with this character. It is sad Sly's not going to be around and kind of what they did with him, but I still think it's going to be really awesome.
Hell yeah, man. And dude, I can't wait for Creed 3. And we got some plans for the Rocky franchise in the month of March.
Shoot,
So
yeah.
stay tuned for that. And so my number 3, Brad, I kind of figured out how I can fix up my little issue there. I'm going to do a tie at 3. I already talked about my thoughts about Maxine, so it's going to be a tie at number 3 of Maxine. And the next one I'm going to talk about is the other Marvel movie you mentioned earlier, Brad, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Dude, I am so looking forward to this, and I am not looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it just because I think it's going to be way better than Volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy. And this is the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie in the MCU that we are going to get. But I am not looking forward to it because I know it's going to be sad as hell. And I am not emotionally going to be ready for what they have in store for us. So my number 3 for a tie is Maxine and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
It's a good pick, man. Obviously I am really excited about that. I don't know. I'm just so
Oh, you're
not
all
at the same
marveled
time.
out. I understand. So
I'm all marveled out over here, bitch. I can no longer watch. Number 2 for me. This has been at number 1 for a while, but I changed it recently. It's Oppenheimer, coming from Christopher Nolan, man. Dude, listen to this cast, man. This cast sells itself. You got Cillian Murphy in the lead. You got Emily Blunt. You got Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Jack Quaid's in the son of a bitch, as is Gary Oldman, Rami Malek. You're talking some of the great. Casey Affleck's in there. Josh Hartnett, our boy from H2O, is in there. I mean, look at that, man. That's freaking nuts. That's the craziest cast I've ever seen. And what's even more exciting about it is it's got my wife's crush in there, Cillian Murphy. It's got 2 of my favorite ladies, Emily Blunt and Florence Pugh, in here. So everybody's happy in this thing. I don't know how much you like Scary Oldman, but I mean, we could probably go 2 and 2. I think that everybody's happy there, man. So, but yeah, the trailer looks outstanding. Christopher Nolan comes in. I think this is gonna be better than Tenet, which was his last movie. This looks a lot more kind of simplistic and stuff, and it's about the making of the atomic bomb back in World War II. So really cool stuff. Cinematography is going to be outstanding. The dude recreated an atomic explosion without the use of CGI, at least visually. So that's really cool. And yeah, man, really looking forward to seeing what he does with it. The trailer is very basic, so it doesn't really tell us anything. But seeing Cillian Murphy finally lead a Christopher Nolan flick is super exciting because he's put him into like all of his movies. So it's going to be badass, man. Can't wait for it.
Dude, and Cillian Murphy absolutely deserves this opportunity, so I'm glad he's finally able to get it. And I'm not surprised you added a Christopher Nolan flick into your top 10. And let's just say that movie will be the bomb. Okay,
Yes.
I'm done. I'm done. I know it's early 2023 here. I'm at it. So my number 2, Brad, you already talked about this already, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet. And that's going to, oh, come on, guys. Y'all know what it's going to be. It's going to be Scream 6. Are you kidding me? Like, New York, Ghostface is going to be set around Halloween season. That's all pretty much I need to say, like, at least to get this movie into the top 5 of most anticipated. But we bring back our cast. We added on some more interesting cast people, which you already mentioned, Samara Weaving and our girl Kirby. So all of it, I'm just excited what they're going to do next on how they're going to set up 6 to 7, because we're going to get a Scream 7. But just to see the middle movie, so I just can't wait. I can't even wait to talk about it. I can't wait for the Scream review series. So I'm going to save all that for that. So my number 2 is Scream 6.
I'm over here just racking my brain trying to figure out what your number 1 is, making sure I didn't forget something pretty massive.
You're probably not going to think about it, but that's okay. So
okay, cool. I'm like, did I forget? All right, number 1 for me, man. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, Day 1. These movies have been outstanding, man. Ever since they came out with Ghost Protocol, which is Mission Impossible 4. In my opinion, they've gotten better and better every movie. I thought Ghost Protocol was great, and then Rogue Nation came out, and that shit was like, oh fuck, this is great too. I know a lot of people like Ghost Protocol more, but I think I side on Rogue Nation. And then Fallout was out freaking standing, man. That was badass. I would put it on one of the better action movies of all time. And definitely one of the best action movies that I've seen in theaters. So that was really cool. And just seeing what they're going to do with this, it just seems like it's got this dark tone to it, man. It seems something a little bit more gritty about this movie than the last few. So I really like that in the trailer. And the stunts, as always, Tom Cruise is going to bring it. The one with him jumping off the fucking cliff in the motorcycle, it looks fantastic. Looks awesome. That might top his last one with the Halo jump and stuff. So that's cool. Also, man, I'm just higher than ever on Rebecca Ferguson too. And I'm excited to see what her character does in this movie and seeing how she gets to be involved and grow. because she's been a highlight in the last couple, and now Dr. Sleep has been in the mix. So now it's like, oh man, dude, I'm stoked to see what she does. But yeah, dude, I think it's gonna be badass. Can't wait to see it. And if it's anything like Fallout, and if it's better than Fallout, dude, it's gonna be my number one movie of the year. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, man, really, really pumped about it.
Oh, dude, that's freaking awesome, man. I'm glad you chose to choose that Mission Impossible as your mission for number one. So my number one, Brad, this is probably going to come no surprise to you once I finally mention it. My number one is going to be Spider-Man Across the Spideyverse. And this is part one. Dude, with the success of Into the Spider-Verse, with all that, I went in low expectations on that movie, and dude, that is easily like a top 2, top 3 Spider-Man movie I've ever seen. First off, the animation looks freaking phenomenal. And with the success of that, this movie is even giving more money. So, you know, it's going to even look more phenomenal when it hits the theater. And plus, I'm just interested to see where they take the story next with Miles Morales. Like, he finally is the newer Spider-Man. It's just to see where he goes next, like the next steps to his arc of being a hero. And plus, we're getting Gwen Stacy back with the voice actress being Haley Steinfeld, and I love Haley Steinfeld, so I'm super excited for that. Again, we get Spider-Man 2099, and I'm always been a fan of him and waiting for him to get his time on the big screen. He's going to get it in this, so I'm super damn excited for this. So my number one is Spider-Man Across the Spideyverse.
That's badass, Birdie. I got a Brett Man bonus round for you. What's one movie that can fuck right off?
What's one movie can fuck right off? Well, I already talked about The Exorcist already. So what is it?
The Nun 2, dude. Who the fuck is asking for Nun 2? Why are they bringing that to us, man?
Hold on.
No, don't even start with.
Dude, I'm sure we're going to debate. I'm sure we're going to debate on it in the Scream Warriors episode, because I was actually going to bring that up, and I believe Destiny on Fear Freaks mentioned it the other day as the time of this recording. It's that, hey, Annabelle Creation, nobody wanted that movie, and you saw how successful that movie is. So Nun 2, maybe.
No. Nun 2 is.
You don't know until you watch it.
Nope. Nun 2, I am not even going to watch it. I don't care if it gets 100.
Fine.
I'm not doing
it. It's none of your business.
They need to quit bringing us bullshit freaking spin-off movies that nobody gives a fuck, and give us some good stuff, man. Like, don't do that. And people are going to buy tickets to it. They're going to, and there's going to be a Nun 3. So fuck off with that. But anyway, yeah, that's enough. That's enough for that. We'll get into that later in that Scream Warriors episode. But yeah, that's our list, man. Our top 10 for 2023. Looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, again, what are some of your anticipated 2023 movies, or what's even your top 10? Let us know in that comment section down below. Let's get that discussion rolling. And Brad, where can they find us?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter, TikTok, and Patreon. Those links are for you to find right down below.
Absolutely. 2023 is going to be a big year for movies, and we're happy you all decided to hop on the train of Good Will Hunting and enjoy this ride of 2023. Let's get that ride officially rolling, and we will see you guys for the next video.